Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel. Peter likes books. My books are dusty this month because I haven't been reading a whole lot. But guess what? I am actually doing a haul video. I am so excited about it. I don't think I've done a haul since like August, maybe September, but I don't think so. And I don't have a large haul, but I have enough of a haul that I was like, baby, I'm doing a haul video today. And I actually did buy a bunch of books on Audible the other day, so I thought I would talk about those too. And I talked about it in my last video, but I wanted to talk about it more at length and kind of explain my love of Audible and all that kind of stuff. But we'll do that at the end. So I just want to get right into this, and I wanted to talk about, first of all, because a lot of times in haul videos, people do not consider going to the library a haul video, which is interesting to me because, you know, library books are books, so I don't know why it's any different. And for like, I like to own copies of my books, but there are a lot of books that like I don't need to own the copy of. And so like if I go and I read a book from the library and then like I want to own it, I can always buy it, right? I don't have to like, and it will be in perfect condition and will look perfect for my bookshelf. But what's so funny was yesterday, it was like rainy and cloudy outside. Perfect library day, right? And I went to my library and it was so interesting because it was like, school hadn't been out yet, and there was like filled with adults, right? I mean, I had to wait in line to check out my books. I got 4 books from the library. Anyway, and I just was like, it was like packed in there. And I was like, and not just on the computers either, like everybody was like, you know, looking through books, and like I noticed that one librarian was talking to this girl that was in college about their love of young adult books. And I was like, this is so cool that people still utilize the library so much. I adore the library. I hope to God that libraries are open for the rest of my life because I love them so much. And, but anyway, so I went in there because I've been looking for a specific book, which I got today from Barnes & Noble, so I'll talk about in a second. Well, let's just talk about that first. So the book I've been looking for, I went to the library first, and then I went to Half Price Books, and neither one of them had it. I went to 2 Half Price Books in a library, and none of them had it. I was going to order online because I thought it was cheaper, and I thought, I'm just going to go to Barnes & Noble. I know they have it. I had talked briefly to Philippe at the YA Reader because we want to do another buddy read together, and about possibly reading this book. So I was like, I'm just going to get it. If he wants to read it, we can read it together. If he doesn't want to read it, then I'll just read it alone. But the book is If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Rousseau, and I have heard amazing, amazing things about this book. It's about a transgender teenager who goes to a new high school, and I think she falls in love. I'm so excited to read this book. You guys know that I love to read any LGBT fiction, any trans fiction. Please please comment below anything that you would suggest me to read. If you don't know, I actually, and I'll link this video below if I remember to do it. I did my A to Z of LGBT fiction of like my favorite books that I've ever read. And it's so funny because like for the last year, I really haven't read a whole lot of LGBT fiction. And I went through this period, why am I holding up this book? But I went through this period where I read like all of David Levithan's books. You know, I read the entire Rainbow Boy series. I can't remember who wrote that, Alex somebody. I read Aristotle and Dante, Discover the Secrets of the Universe. I mean, I read all of these LGBT books. What was the one that I loved? The kid that had green hair. Sprout. Oh my God, I love that book so much. And I mean, I read so many fantastic books this year. I think the only one I've read is Drag Teen by Jeffrey Self. And so I thought, you know what, it's time for me to read something of the LGBT community. So I'm super excited to read this. A lot of people have said they liked it. A lot of people said they were indifferent about it. I'm excited to read it. But I went to the library looking for that, and they didn't have that. So, of course, I got totally taken in the YA section. Did I get anything that wasn't YA? No, I got all YA. I looked in the adult section, but there wasn't really anything that I wanted to read in there. The first thing I got, because I still have, I think I'm going to do a Leigh Bardugo, like, marathon, because I haven't read, what do you call it? I have not read, Six of Crows, and I just realized that I almost bought it again on Audible, and I realized I already had it. I don't know why they let you buy things twice in there, but I've done that before. So I bought Shadow and Bone, I got from the library Shadow and Bone, because I have not read it, and I know it's part of a trilogy. What are they? The Grisha trilogy, which I think so many people have talked about on here and loved, so I'm super excited about reading this. It looks like a really easy read, actually. So And the next book I got was Twisted by Lori Hall Sanderson. And if you don't know, she's one of my favorite young adult writers. I think did she write Cut? She wrote The Winter Girls and Catalyst. And I've just loved everything that I've read of hers. She writes very realistic teen books, like Ellen Hopkins, who I'm going to talk about in a second because I got a book that's similar to hers. You guys know I love Ellen Hopkins. She's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, young adult authors. Well, Benjamin Elier Saenz, I wouldn't consider necessarily a young adult author. He's written all over the place. I think he's more literary fiction. But Lori Hall Sanderson, I just love her stuff. Ellen Hopkins is probably my favorite young adult author of all time. And she's just such a real person. Follow her on YouTube. Follow her on Facebook and see her Facebook, what she puts out there into the world. Listen, she is the real deal, okay? She stands behind what she writes. She really believes in the people that read her books, and she like makes relationships and friendships with her fans. And I've reached out to her on numerous occasions. I also interviewed her for our website, and she was just the coolest person in the entire world. Very real, down to earth. So anyway, but this is not Ellen Hopkins. This is Lori Hall Sanderson reading about A Senior Year is Twisted. Senior Year is Twisted. Right, PB? PB is down here wanting to get up. So anyway, super excited about this book. It's about a boy in his senior year in high school and he gets distracted because he falls in love with somebody. Come here. PP is wanting up on the camera. Flying Chihuahua. How are you today, PP? He said, well, I've been just tucked in bed reading a Nicholas Sparks book. He loves those Nicholas Sparks books. So anyway, the next book that I got, I'd actually seen it at Barnes & Noble, and when I saw it at the library, I was like really excited. And it's by Zach Brewer, The Blood Between Us. I'm reading The Cemetery Boys right now by Zach Brewer. I think this book is supposed to be really, really good. Very dark writer, but I'm like reading like 15 books right now, you guys, so don't even try to keep track because it's just nuts. I'm overwhelmed by books, but I love it. So anyway, I'm really excited about this book. The cover is absolutely beautiful, don't you think? I love the cover. I'm so corny like that, but I do love it. So anyway, and then the last book I got, I just loved the cover of this book, honestly. You guys, I'm one of those people that can totally be taken by the cover of a book. Like, are you guys like that at all? Like, you can read my phone. If you can read a cover of a book, or see the, don't judge a book by its cover. Do you guys like see the cover and you're like, okay, what's this about? Well, I saw this book and it's called Girls Like Me by Lola Stiville. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. But anyway, and it kind of reminded me of Dumplin' a little bit. And it's this girl on her phone and there's a heart on her phone. I don't know if you can see that. So anyway, I read the back of it. Everything in my world has been paused. Nothing moves except my heart. It leaps out of my room into the sky, hangs just above the Earth's orbit. It is not alone. He is out there too. He is out there too. And it's written kind of like a text. And so I flipped through it. And it's all done like in text and stuff. And then if you go in here, it's written, it looks kind of Ellen Hopkins-ish. So anyway, and then like when you read the inside panel, it really doesn't tell you anything that's going on except for that maybe it has something to do with cyber trolls, it says, and having a perfect body and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, but when I read about the author, it's Lola Saintville, I think. It's S-T-V-I-L. Was 7 when she first came to the United States from Port-au-Prince, Haiti. She now lives in Hollywood, California, where she also acts and writes screenplays. Lola is the author of the best-selling Guardian series and the No Rue series. I've never heard of her, so I'm excited about reading it. I love the cover. So it looks like a really quick read, honestly. I mean, look, that's a page. So we're just going to whip right through that, right? The next book that I got, I think will surprise people because you guys know that I am not a huge fan of the Twilight series. I read the whole Twilight series. If you guys haven't heard me talk about this before, here's how it was for me. Goodbye, PP. He left. So if you guys, if you haven't heard me talk about the Twilight series, here's how it goes, okay? Loved the book Twilight. I mean, kind of. It was poorly written, but like the storytelling was amazing. Stephenie Meyer is an incredible storyteller. I mean, she just deserves that at least. So loves Twilight, hated the movie, okay? What's the second one? Eclipse. Loved Eclipse. Hated Eclipse, loved the movie. It went back and forth for me. So anyway, Stephenie Meyer has a new book out called The Chemist. And I opened it, and I always look to see like who books are dedicated to and stuff. And she dedicated it to Jason Bourne and Aaron Cross, who are characters in the Jason Bourne series, which I love the movies. I haven't read the books. But anyway, I was like, I'm getting this book. Like, if this is her, and I read the back, and it's about a woman on the run from the U.S. government, and I was like, oh my God, this is the kind of stuff that I love to read, especially when it's like dark and cloudy outside. I love a good suspense story, so I was so excited about this, and I was like, I'm getting it. I don't care. I paid like $20 for it at the Kroger, at the grocery store, and I was like, I'm getting it. And I'm only like 10 pages in, but I really kind of like it, so 5 pages in, actually. I really kind of like it. It's a different voice for her. I like it. I don't really know why it took her so long to write another book, but oh wait, I haven't written another book in 2 years. If you want to read my book, it's linked below. So anyway, yeah, I'm excited about reading this. A lot of people have told me they liked it. A lot of people have told me they hated it. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay, and then for my... Take a breath, Peter. Well, I started a new channel, and it's called My So-Called Healthy Life, and it's about my weight loss journey. It actually started yesterday. So anyway, it's linked on my channel. I will also link it below this video if you guys would like to go join in on my weight loss journey. It's actually combining trying to align body, mind, and spirit. So having the healthiest life possible, right? And reading for me is part of that. And so when I was at Half Price Books, I wanted to incorporate some books into that channel. So I got this book, Live Happy, 365 ways, simple ways to find, joy every day. Some of these I like, some of these I don't. Like one of them in here is write a business plan for your life. I like kind of ideas like that. I like creative visionary kind of things. So I was real excited about getting this book. I'm gonna use it on that channel. And the other thing is I love meditation books so much. And so I got Alexandra Stoddard's Grace Notes, Insights, Reflections, Inspiration, and Quests for Every Day of the Year, a book of daily meditations. And let's just read today, shall we? So it is today, November 29th. You guys are like, Peter, we don't really care. Well, get over it. Okay. Zen is a way of liberation concerned not with discovering what is good or bad or advantageous, but what is. Alan Watts. For most people, this season is the most stressful, anxious time of the year. Be kind to yourself, accept the way you feel, it's all right. As you begin the frantic pace, remember there are 365 days in the year. You can't do everything at the end. Simplify. I like that. So, and then I'm going to talk about it. All right. So anyway, yeah. Now I want to get into, are you all ready? The audiobooks, which I bought on Audible. Now, here is a problem with Audible. I love Audible so much. Hold on a second. Why won't it let me do that? I'm listening to Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I have 3 hours and 53 minutes left. I'm so excited. Okay, so I went on there and they were having one of those $4.95 sales. Well, first of all, on Audible, I wanted to win that Win Your Wish List forever. I've entered it like 15 times, right? Never won it. So anyway, I don't believe it's a real giveaway. I think that oh my God, I didn't do the giveaway for my last video or my 2 videos ago. I've got to do that. I already know who won it. So anyway, I'll do that in my next video. But anyway, so I got 14 by Peter Klein, Cinder by Marissa Meyer, because I haven't read it yet for Maddie. Sorry, Don't You Cry by Mary you guys, did it in my last video. I can't go through these names again. The author's names alone. I think everybody's author name should be Judy Smith or Peter Mon. Can you imagine if every book out there, you went to the bookstore, it's like, I want that book by Peter Mon. They're like, well, he has 15,000 titles. Which one do you want? Anyway, you guys. So this is my... books are flying. We don't treat books like that. Books are flying. Books are flying. Here are all my books. I feel like I'm in 3rd grade again. Like, do you remember that first day of school when you take all your books to school and you're like this, walking? And people are like, why are you such a nerd? And you're like, because I love books. Did you guys ever do that? You always carry your books around like that? And they're like, we don't need those books. Oh, I'm such a nerd. Anyway, follow me on all my social media, you guys. It's all listed below. You know, I'm pretty interactive. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.